From a day-to-day perspective, dealing with the issues of server virtualization and storage and some of the inherent complexities that go along with it, what do we see? What do we need in that market? What's lacking there, and what kind of impact is it having on your operations?
There's the fact that typically you have to manage the storage separately,
right,
in some way, shape, or form, and it isn't integrated with management of the virtual environment,
right,
generally. And even when it is integrated to some degree, you are having to get really, really down in the weeds.
Right.
With admins who are not necessarily used to managing the storage and everything else.
So, Paul, what are your biggest challenges around virtualization and storage networking today?
So I think the biggest challenge really is integrating them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that the separation, as it is today, means that, for example, if we want to move something around,
right,
we have to spawn multiple tickets. We have the storage admins who have to go away and do their thing. There's handover, and every time you have process that has a large number of people involved in separate
right,
organizations, it takes time,
mm-hmm,
it costs money,
right,
and there's risk.
Yep.
Things have a habit of going wrong. So any way that's possible to collapse that complexity from a management perspective,
right,
and actually reduce the skill sets required,
mm-hmm,
and to automate as much as possible is highly desirable.
Right.
So moving the process from the people domain into software is a really big deal.
It's not as if we don't have skilled people to do these things. It's just that
right,
the environments are scaling to such a degree that they just can't keep up with all of the demand.
Right, there aren't enough. And I seem to remember a quote some time ago from, I think it was one of the CEOs of one of the vendors, that, in 10 years' time we're not creating enough people or educating enough people to be systems admins.
Right.
It's just,
right,
there's just so much infrastructure.
Right.
So we have to fundamentally shift the focus of management away again from the little things to how, patterns of things and relationships, and hiding that complexity and automating all the stuff to hide that complexity.
To me, one of the core values of any good technology is automating otherwise manually, cumbersome processes,
yes,
right? I was just at a user forum moderating it, and one of the IT professionals there was saying, look, we're generating petabytes of data now. There is no way that we can get visibility into that. We
right,
need the tools to be able to manage that kind of scale.